Hello my friends, today me and my little baby, we are gonna watch Alien. Basically, I have seen every single horror movie related to Dead by Daylight. And to be honest, I got to thank Dead by Daylight for introducing me to this genre of movies. I'm a very big horror fan, I love scary and creepy stuff. But before I started playing Dead by Daylight, the scariest thing I had seen was Mia Khalifa trying to take that big black cock, but failing miserably.
I can't do it. It's too fucking big.
Back in the day, I thought I would never see anything scarier than that, but I was wrong. After playing Dead by Daylight, I decided to watch Halloween with Michael Myers.
Michael?
Yeah, I think I accidentally watched a wrong movie. But anyway, Michael Myers and his girlfriend's blowjob skills got me hard as fuck, so ever since then I love horror movies. And I have seen a lot of horror movies. I guess my favorite one is The Shining. I really want to see The Shining coming to Dead by Daylight, but I have never seen Alien or Predator movies, and to be honest, I was never interested in watching these movies because first of all, I hate sci-fi movies, and I know that Alien is kind of a sci-fi horror movie, and I was like, nah, I'm not interested in watching this shit. But it turns out that the next Dead by Daylight chapter will be Alien, and it turns out that I know absolutely nothing about this movie, and I'm totally not excited for the next Dead by Daylight chapter because I know nothing about Alien. So I decided why not to give this movie a try and let's watch it. So yeah, last night I watched original Alien movie from 1979 I believe, so it's an old movie. I watched the whole movie, it's 3-hour long movie, and yeah, I didn't skip anything. I tried to enjoy it as much as possible. In this video I'm gonna tell you what I think about the movie Alien. In this video I'm gonna tell you what I think about the next Dead by Daylight chapter, as I got the idea for what it could be. And yeah, this video is gonna contain a bunch of spoilers, so if you have never seen Alien in your life, then please skip this video and don't watch it because I'm gonna spoil a lot of information. But if you have seen Alien before, then keep on watching this video because I need that money to finally buy some quality milk. So let's talk about it. But before that, smack that subscribe button if you want me to stick my big penis up your dad's butthole. So first of all, I got to mention that the movie is pretty old. It was made in 1979, so some of the actors are already dead, others are very old grandparents. Especially the audio, it sounds pretty outdated, especially compared to movies nowadays, because the new movies that are made in like 2023, you can clearly hear and understand what people are talking. Most of the time you don't even need subtitles if you understand basic English. But when I watched Alien, I could barely understand what people were speaking about, and for some reason there was no way for me to turn on the subtitles, so I really had to pay a bunch of attention to this movie, and at some moments I was like, what the fuck are these people talking about? So I had to Google some things in the middle of me watching this movie. It wasn't the most pleasant viewing experience, but luckily I really enjoyed watching Alien. And honestly, right before I started watching Alien, I didn't think that I would finish this movie. I was thinking that I would watch like half of the movie and then I would get bored and I would go to sleep. But fuck no, I was fucking hooked to this movie. And I'm really impressed how this movie was made in the year 1979. Maybe it was filmed a little bit earlier than that, which is even more impressive, and all of the effects that this movie has, they look pretty fucking good even today. Of course, some of the effects, for example the destruction of the ship, feels outdated as fuck, but it's still impressive how this was done basically around the time my mom was born. But I really liked the unique and gimmicky scenario of the movie. I have never never seen anything like Alien in my life, so it was pretty interesting. The beginning of the movie was pretty slow and it didn't really interest me that much, but as soon as survivors found eggs of Xenomorph, I was like, what the fuck? So there's more than one Xenomorph? Because I started watching Alien with the mindset that there will be one killer called Xenomorph and no more than that. But as soon as I saw that there are hundreds of Xenomorph eggs, I was like, wait a second, so there's a mommy Xenomorph and there's a daddy Xenomorph and they are having sex or what? And then there was a moment of me thinking, what the fuck, why is Xenomorph already dead? And it turns out that Xenomorph got inside of Kane's body and planted some sort of an egg inside, and BAM! It comes out of the Kane. At this point I had to pause the movie and think to myself, how is this possible? But what surprised me the most was that this guy named Ash was not even a human. Entire time he was with the crew and he was a robot. His goal was to bring Xenomorph into the planet Earth and kill every single person in the crew. So that was crazy. If not this reveal, I think that Alien wouldn't be that special of a movie, but when I realized that Ash is not even a person, I was like, man, this movie is genius. I really liked how Xenomorph grew basically from a little baby into a big and scary kind of an alien monster, and that's really interesting because it's basically very similar to Demogorgon from Stranger Things, and I love Stranger Things, and now I know that Stranger Things got some inspiration from Alien, and yeah, Xenomorph is much scarier than Demogorgon. Both are strong and both deserve to be in Dead by Daylight, but I imagine this Xenomorph guy having a power similar to Demogorgon. Maybe he will be able to bounce on people, and his Mori definitely should include his metal teeth because it's fucking creepy. And my favorite death scene in this entire movie has to be the Dallas's death, because there's even a jump scare included in his death, and I was seriously hooked on this movie immediately after Dallas died. I really liked Dallas, and the downside of jump scares for me is that jump scares don't really scare me anymore because I've seen a lot of horror movies, I've played a lot of horror games, so it's not really that easy to scare me with one simple jump scare. But if I wasn't into horror movies that much, this jump scare included in Dallas's death would definitely have scared me. And the only downside of this movie I see is that I didn't really like Ellen Ripley as the main survivor. She didn't feel any special, and I'm not a fan of her. But other than that, this movie is awesome. I don't regret watching it, and in the future I will watch the sequel of Alien, maybe sometime this week. I'm not sure when, but I know that the sequel for Alien is pretty good. I saw the reviews, they are very high. And I don't really want to watch the third Alien part because my friends told me that the further this franchise went, the worse the movies got, but the first movie is really fucking good. So if you are into horror movies, if you have never seen Alien, if you are not excited for the next Dead by Daylight chapter, just try watching Alien and maybe you will get hooked on it, and maybe you will fall in love with this franchise. It's not my favorite horror movie, it's not even in my top 5 favorite horror movies, but it's one of the better movies, and I'm really surprised because for its age, this movie is awesome. If you watched this video to this point, then you are an awesome boy dilly gang giga chad. Make sure to join Discord server because I will host some giveaways in the future. Subscribe if you haven't done it before for more Dead by Daylight videos, and I will see you later. Bye.